Hello, I'm McKenzie Phillips. Touring with the new Mamas and Papas has made me realize that it is very important for a musical group to establish their own sound, their own unique voice, instead of just copying the works of others. Our next performers have done just that in the world of jazz. But to simply call them a jazz group would be a disservice. Their music borrows from traditional, classical, rock, and folk music, as well as jazz, to form a sound that is truly their own. Their first album, Mosaic, has gotten great reviews, and we expect to see another record in the stores soon. The band is called Simon and Bard. Why don't we join them in the studio now?
There are jazz elements in it, but there are as many rock elements, as many folk elements, as many ethnic elements, all different kinds of things. So, you might offend someone who thought that jazz was Woody Herman and Count Basie, or they thought that jazz was Sonny Stitt and Coleman Hawkins, and whatever they think jazz is.
The current group with our drummist, Paul Wertico, and bassist, Larry Gray, has been together for about 1.5 years with the same 4 people, which is a luxury.
They're feeling comfortable with their roles within the band, and each of them are contributing a lot of ideas, and their personalities are meshing.
They're a real challenge to work with because they always give me the latitude that I might like to have to try to get new sounds, using different parts of the studio, new techniques on the console, and they're open for those kinds of things. As a matter of fact, they generally push me into a lot of those kinds of experiences that I really appreciate.
You take advantage of the studio for what it is. It's a technological medium. It's like making films for your ears.
Of course, you don't have 1,000 people giving you a lot of feedback. That, I think that always makes a difference in reality.
About 1.5 years ago, we were looking for a bass player, and Paul suggested Larry Gray, and he came down and played, and we liked him enough to start the process of working him into the band, and he, I guess, dug us enough to do the same. And he's developed into, I think, a really valuable member of the group. He's, I think, an astounding drummer. He can play all the different stylistic nuances of the music that it demands. The jazz, the rock, he's a great rock and roll drummer. And a lot of jazz guys aren't. They can play rock, but they don't have that wild, demented rock drummer attitude that Paul has. We haven't had to sacrifice anything musically. We're doing exactly the kind of music we want to do. That's the most important thing.
The Simon and Bard Group. And now, Mr. Tom Bosley.